like Ward. He's very hands-on and he'll show you how to do something, but he doesn't do the whole thing for you. I like Ward. Yeah, it's a climber, and I'm going to put it up at Table Rock because Table Rock's a local climbing spot where I climb. So, exactly, I grew up in the North End, so it's fun because this wall was so ugly before, and now we get to paint it. I made a lot of new friends. I got to paint a mural on the co-op. I don't know, it's going to be here forever. It's cool. I'm excited.
Hi, you're a student artist, aren't you?
I'm actually the assistant artist for this project. I work with Ward for supervising the kids.
And what is your name?
My name is Erin Jensen.
And Erin, quite a few of the student artists were assigned a postcard. Did you get a postcard?
I didn't have a postcard, but I am in charge of a bottle cap at the other side of the mural, and it's probably going to have the Urban Art Works insignia on it.
Oh, very cool. So then you do get your own little piece of work on the mural.
I do, definitely.
So tell me, what's been the most gratifying part of this project for you?
I would say probably today getting to see the community involved, because that's what the whole mural is about. It's about the community and it's about the North End in this area. So getting the actual people who live down here involved is the best part.
They get really good education in terms of the arts, learning new techniques, learning how to work together, teamwork, a lot of job skills because they have to be here at 4 o'clock. They have that attendance regulation. They have to call us if they're not going to be here or sick. So they're getting a lot of job skills as well as art skills and just teamwork and really getting to know each other, also getting involved in the process of art, learning how if you submit something, it may not be okay, and you're going to have to revise your art 4, 5, 6 times until they like it.
I did. I probably had to rework my art more than anyone else. I mean, I had a bunch of original ideas, doing trees or doing, a sun and just different things, but you needed a really original idea and really just kind of something that you don't see a whole lot. So it took me a while to get an idea that would actually work.
They actually had a selection committee that was members from the co-op as well as the Boise City Arts Commission, our funding source, Work Source, so a variety of groups that got together and approved the art before it got to go up on the walls. So it was their ideas and their concepts, but the final result had to be approved, and was not a hard thing to do. Everybody in this community supported this project.
It was a neat opportunity for the young people to be able to sort of see not only that we're creating this piece of art, but all what goes into picking a site, what makes it work on a site, all the technical difficulties of getting it from paper onto whatever. And so I think, ordinances and everything else, getting the truck there on time, getting the scaffolding, all of the pieces that go together with a big piece like this. Well, I think it's just that they brought in artists that had skills in their actual expertise in their art form, but also had worked in sort of larger public arenas and knew some of the ropes of going into the technical difficulties and logistics of doing a large project. And so I think the young people were lucky to be able to be involved not only in sort of the creative process, getting ideas on paper, technical skills in their art form, but just understanding how to take all of that further. So I think it was a great combination of artistic process, sort of reality check job skills in terms of the 18 steps it takes to do anything, or maybe it's 180 steps to do anything. So what a great learning experience for these young people.
Thanks everyone for coming, and especially thanks to the awesome rhythm dogs. They were great. We're very happy to have been able to provide the canvas for this project, and I'm really delighted with how it turned out. I think it just brings people together. They have obviously there's an ongoing theme in that, and everybody has added their perspective to it. And maybe in 10 years we'll paint it over and start with something else, and that's fine too, you know. But I think that it's at the ceremony in which it was dedicated and the mayor came. I felt like it was one of those events that brought all kinds of people together in support of this idea. And I just have to say, you know, you don't see this type of thing going on very often. It's something that you just don't have. And I'm sure all kinds of other more, you know, primitive societies or whatever have all kinds of venues and avenues for this type of energy, but we have very few. So it's nice to see this happening in our community.
In so many ways, this supports what we're trying to do in Boise. But to begin in an area that I grew up in is such a privilege for me. So with that, I'd like to get out of the way, because at all art presentations, I try not to have the mayor, but have the art do the talking, and this speaks so well for all of us.
It's fairly common for me to say at dedications like that, because I think it's such a great event that you know, you have a sort of there's a tendency, or at least there's a pull for you to use it for your own good as a mayor or a politician. But I think it's important that the art and the artists and people involved in the project itself get the real billing in an event like that, because there's such a resource in so many ways, and you know, explanations of projects can be really important, I think. So that's what I try to do as often as I can at those events. Although it's great for me to be there, and I think important for me to be there to represent the city and the city government. So congratulations to everyone that was involved, and if you haven't seen it, I'd urge you to go have a look, because it just turned out great.
I guess it's just amazing what people do. I mean, you know, as humans, as people, as these young people, you know, all those ideas were sort of harnessed and brought together in a real visible way that we're seeing on the side of the co-op. And it's kind of, who would have thunk that, you know, all this talent and all this energy and all the cooperation that went together to bring this together is now evident. It's physical on the wall, and how exciting that is, and how proud everyone involved should be with seeing the manifestation of all that good thinking and all that good energy and talent and all of the parts that went into it. So I think it makes our community more vibrant. I think it really recognizes you know, who we are in place, and those kids were a part of that. How could they not just feel amazing now to see what they were able to do, and how that then goes on and moves into the community, all that positive energy and pride in themselves. I think it'll have good outcomes for years and years and years. Thank you.